Welcome back. This is Basketball Prestige, and this video I'll be making a case for Jaylen Brown, potential MVP candidate for this season's best player and most valuable player. So since Jason Tatum's Achilles injury last May, there was a very uneasy feeling within the Boston Celtics organization coming into this season's summer camp. Celtics head coach Zoe Mazzulla had a lot more questions than answers to fulfill due to Jason Tatum's absency from the lineup and not knowing when he would be back to add into these playoff run. Additions to new players, separation from the old championship run, they were very uneasy. With all that said, what was the biggest question that he had to answer? And that question is this: how far can Jaylen Brown successfully take the Celtics to a potential playoff run while almost winning the championship, right? So that's what you would hope for every season. But how can Jaylen Brown by himself with the new additions and no Jason Tatum make a serious playoff run? Well, I mentioned earlier that some of those core players have left the team in that season. I will just name a few, right? So Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, these were core players to that 2024 NBA championship. Without them, they probably wouldn't get close to winning that championship. So how could these new additions to the Celtics lineup this year fill their very big shoes? Well, you got players like Anthony Simmons, Luka Garza, Josh Minot, Boucher, and Hugo Gonzalez from the draft. They were not the best additions of the overall NBA teams this summer, but good enough to help the main effort. So, focusing on Jaylen Brown this season, Jaylen Brown is easily having his best career year and is leading an undermanned Celtics squad to the playoffs and is currently in the second seed of the Eastern Conference, right behind my Detroit Pistons. So his season numbers is around 29.7 points per game, pretty much 30 points per game, 4-point assists per game, also 5 assists per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, and 36% from the three. All of those numbers are great, and his personal best will do too because Jason Tatum's not in the lineup. But we all knew that he could do those numbers if Jason Tatum would not play for a long time. He was the 2024 NBA playoff Finals MVP, right? So we knew he was good, but we actually didn't have time to see him by himself carry a Boston Celtics team. So again, everyone was very uneasy leading into the season, but they have overpassed over everything, right? Expectations for everyone this season. And if you think about it, the first week or two, they got off at a rocky start, right? So they weren't winning as many games as they had wished starting to the season. I remember watching a lot of media, ESPN, YouTube, Instagram. They would make a lot of videos for the Boston Celtics during that first or second week saying that, oh, this was the long year, right? So, no, they just had to find their stepping. They had to find their new system, especially because a lot of new additions and no Jason Tatum. So they really had a lot of work to do. And they actually found a good system, and all the players are buying in. And leading them in the front, guess who? Jaylen Brown is leading them from the front. So Jason Tatum, he might be back towards the end of the season, and if not the end of the season, then next season. So can the Jaylen Brown Celtics actually make a push in the playoffs this year? Well, I guess we're going to have to find out, but I am very excited and not worried for the Boston Celtics if Jaylen Brown is playing, because he is number one. He is that guy. And looking at other teams, Cade Cunningham, he is a good candidate for an MVP. Shea, right? You got Jokic. But if I would say looking at expectations wise from this summer, who do you not expect to be a playoff team? I don't expect Boston Celtics. I mean, I had them at like number 12 or 13 to start the summer league, going to my predictions of this season. So I would give, if I had an MVP vote, I would give it to Jaylen Brown. And again, if you take off Jaylen Brown from this team, this Boston Celtics team would only win like 20 games in the overall season. I mean, they're not even that good. It kind of reminds me of that 2018 year with LeBron and the Cavaliers. I mean, those guys were bad. I mean, he took a really bad team to the finals and actually beat that Boston Celtics team in 2018 too. So there is my lookout for an outlook for Jaylen Brown and potentially an MVP. Hopefully he'll get it. That's the situation with Jaylen Brown. So what do you guys think about his potential MVP? Do you think he'll get it, or it'll probably just be Shea or Jokic again? Alright guys, that was the video. If you liked it and you stayed till the end, please give it a like, say something in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more. Alright guys, peace.